An inborn fear reaction causes your muscles to tense.
It's time for another 2-minute tech tip.
This 2-minute tech tip was recorded in the Developer Lounge at Java 1 and Oracle Open World 2017.
Hello, I'm Dan Atwood. I work for Avio Consulting.
The 2-minute clock starts now.
Well, this is about Process Cloud Service and handling system exceptions, PCS, handling system exceptions. Not everything in the world handles flawlessly, and one of the things is processes. They have exceptions. With PCS, there are two types of exceptions. There's business exceptions and system exceptions. Business exceptions are things like a fraud, an employee goes to another department. System exceptions have been a little bit more difficult to handle. There are things like the service goes down, the connections is lost. Well, that's been the difficulty at this point in PCS. The system exceptions are not caught. So what happens instead, though, is they're caught by a default policy. If you're familiar with SOA, and it handles it very elegantly on the home page of PCS. Well, a new feature has crept into the product you kind of need to be careful of. As you're deploying the application in PCS, you'll notice a new feature on the fourth dialog. It says to turn off the catching of system exceptions in the default policy handler. Don't turn that off. If you do, what will happen is, if you do have an exception, you actually have to catch it somewhere. If not, it'll actually roll back to the previous activity. And if you have a sub-process activity, what I've discovered is it actually doesn't work. So and when you're deploying these applications, be very careful. Don't turn that off. If you do turn that off, you'll have to add boundary events to every system, service activity in the process. And if you have sub-process activities, which you should have to group multiple activities together, they just simply don't work. So bottom line is avoid using the new feature that turns off catching system exceptions and use the default handler.
Was that a good tip?
Nothing short of a miracle.
We want your opinion. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.